All praises be to the Most High. Ahaya, He is the great I am that I am. I'm coming to you with another video. Excuse the noise in the background. The dog is barking outside. If you hear any more noise, those are my kids making a lot of noise. I'm coming to you with another video on this Sabbath. So all praises be to the Most High on this Sabbath. Children of Israel, all praises be to the Most High, the only one true God of Isaac, Abraham, and Jacob. I want you to get your notebooks, your Bibles, and I want you to read along with me. I'm going to talk about the curses today on this Sabbath. I'm not going to continue the subject that I was talking about last weekend because I've been watching the news and a lot been going on, and our people is just so confused and not understanding why a lot of things are going on. I'm not saying that they're still asleep. We are awakened. These are the last days. So I'm going to talk about Deuteronomy. All right. I'm going to talk about the curses, but first I'm going to read the whole chapter. So bear with me. Stick with me. This is very important. I want you to write these verses down and write down Deuteronomy 28. It's the only chapter that I'm going to read, and I'm going to talk about it. So I want you to get your notebooks and your Bibles, and I'm reading out the King James Version, and I want you to read along with me. I'm not going to break them down as I go. I'm just going to read it. It's very important that you read along, because it's not meant for all of our people to get the understanding of what I'm talking about in these curses, because it's already written. The Most High already chosen his people that's going to come to this, that's going to keep what's been written down in his word in their hearts, and going to believe that he is the only one true creator. He is I am that I am, and there's no other. And that's going to keep his commandments, all right, in their hearts, and the laws. So I want you to read along with me. I'm not going to talk about the blessings. I want to talk about the curses because it's a lot been going on. All right, it's a lot been going on lately concerning the people getting killed, kids and women getting raped, and just a lot been going on in our communities and with other nations, and they're cursed as well, but not as bad as us. All right, so I'm going to start reading at 15, Deuteronomy 28. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee, and overtake thee. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land, and at 18, cursed shall be that the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind and the flocks of thy sheep. Cursed shall thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out. The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke in all that thou sittest thy hand unto for to do, until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me. The Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee, until he have consumed thee from off the land, whether thou goest to possess it. The Lord shall smite thee with a consumption, and with a fever, and with an inflammation, and with an extreme burning, and with the sword, and with blasting, and with mildew. And they shall pursue thee until thou perish, and thy And thy heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth that is under thee shall be iron. The Lord shall make the rain of thy land powder, and dust from heaven shall it come down upon thee until thou be destroyed. The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thy enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them and flee 7 ways before them, and shalt be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. And thy carcass shall be meat unto all fowls of the air, and unto the beasts of the earth, and no man shall fray them away. I'm going to stop right there at 26. I'm going to stop at 26 because I want you to get the understanding, even though I didn't break each verse down. But you probably wondering, like, what's all this? It started back before the situation happened with our people, our ancestors, the children of Israel. Got smitten, and a lot of our people died, and a lot of our people was being sold. I'm gonna continue to read. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. So all this started from this on out, concerning the curses. A lot of our people got raped when they were slaves, and got scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth, being put on cargo slave ships, being scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth. A lot of our people was sold to the Americas, and it continued to go down from there. And you read a lot of this has happened to starting within that time when our people was being disobedient. So the Most High is warning the children of Israel before this even happened, before he even put the curses upon our people, upon us. He's warning them, if you don't do this right, this will happen. And he's telling us if we do good, then all those blessings will come upon us. But I didn't read the blessings. I'm reading the curses because our people need to understand, which a lot of us aren't, because like I say, it's already written that a lot of our people is not going to understand why these things are happening. They're being told why these things are happening, but they're not listening. Okay? Remember, stiff-necked people, that means we're stubborn. All right, I'm going to continue. I'm at 27. The Lord will smite thee with the botch of Egypt, and with the emerods, and with the scab, and with the itch, whereof thou canst not be healed. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart, and thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shall not gather the grapes thereof. Thy ox shall be slain before thine eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. Thy ass shall be violently taken away from before thy face, and shall not be restored to thee. Thy sheep shall be given unto thy enemies, and thou shalt have none to rescue them. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand. Okay, remember I told you this, a lot of these curses started, when over there in the land, and a lot of our people died because we was being disobedient to our father, our ancestors, and our people was scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth, being sold. Kids, our people, families were being separated. The kids were being sold to other people, which is the Caucasian race, the Gentiles. I'm going to say the Gentiles. And as we already know that those Arabic people, the African people, they had us in slavery first. They sold us over here, our ancestors over to the Americas. Our people are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay. And I'm at 33. The fruit of thy land and all thy laborers shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed, crushed alway, so that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thy eyes, which thou shalt see. The Lord shall smite thee in the knees and in the legs with a sore botch that cannot be healed from the sole of thy foot unto the top of thy head. The Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone. As we know, that's Christianity, and stone is representing, I do stutter sometimes. I do skip words. Now we know that wood represents Christianity, and also stone represents something which is Islam. Okay. So I'm going to continue to read. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword. We should all know what that means. It's a name. Among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee. Thou shalt carry much seed out into the field, and shalt gather but little in. For the locusts shall consume it. Thou shalt plant vineyards and dress them, but shalt neither drink of the wine nor gather the grapes, for the worms shall eat them. Thou shalt have olive trees throughout all thy coasts, but thou shalt not anoint thyself with the oil, for thy olive shall cast his fruit. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. All thy trees and fruit of thy land shall the locust consume. The stranger that is within thee shall get up upon thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord your God. It's really thy, but I say your God, because that's what it means, your God, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. I'm going to stop right there at 46. All right, when it says forever, forever, that's why we're still going through what we're going through. All right, that's why a lot of things are happening, because it's our Father, it's the Most High doing it. All right, people, children of Israel, it's the Most High. I know a lot of you being stubborn, you're not getting it, you're not understanding it, because it's already written. But this is my job to do this until my Father comes for me, which is I am that I am. He is my Father. And I'm just doing the best I can. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a preacher. I'm not nothing special. I'm just doing what's put upon my heart and what the voice tells me to do, which is the Most High, by speaking the truth and not these false lies that these false prophets are telling our people. So I'm going to continue this out on the next video. Shalom.